Hare Krishna, all of you. Welcome. Hare Krishna. Sometimes people say that this ISKCON is brainwashing people. It's brainwash. Because one who goes there, they'll continue to go there, they'll give donation there, they'll do whatever they say, brainwash. Then slowly they'll stop non-veg, they stop coming to parties. So there is a protest by people that ISKCON takes away people like that, washes their brain. Actually, we should carefully observe what we are trying to change in our lives by practicing these principles of Bhagavad Gita is much better sophisticated Vedic life. In Kali Yuga, there's a huge propaganda. From the day we are born, from education, with the friends, all the places. This world is called Maya, the world of illusion. Actually, it is Maya world brainwashed us. We are rewashing it. The Maya has brainwashed us to be the servants of our senses. Go Dasa. Dasa means servant. Go means senses. Bhagavad Gita is saying, don't become Go Dasa, become Goswami. You become controller of the senses. Don't become servant of the senses. But the propaganda is so much. When more people, it is said, there was one village in that which everybody was naked. No, nobody was wearing dress. One fine day, a man came from the city, nicely dressed. Everybody looked at him and laughed. Look at him. Look at him. He's covering his body like this. Majority of people, when they feel being naked is normal, if somebody wears dress, he becomes a point of criticism. So, it is not actually we are brainwashing. Prabhupada said in one place, yes, we are brainwashing. Your brain is filled with cow dung. We are washing it and purifying it. And we are inducing everybody to please practice the principles of Bhagavad Gita and chant Hare Krishna in your life. As simple as that. So Prabhupada told one story in this connection. He told about what is propaganda means. He gave this example. Once, there was one person and he had many friends. One day, all the friends conspired. And they conspired and decided, let us fool him. How to fool? When he comes in front of us, we say, ghost has come. That they have planned. He gets ready and he comes. The first one person encounters his friend only. Regularly when the friends see, hey, hi, how are you? They talk. Today, hey, ghost, like that, he runs away. He looks like, what happened? And hey, he's making fun. He moved on. After some time, one more person, he says, ghost, and runs away. Then he goes on, first person, second person, third person, 10th person also saying, ghost, and running away. Then he started thinking, I must have become ghost now. So Prabhupada said, this is like a propaganda. So many people are telling, In English, there is a word called post-truth. When you tell the lie several times and it becomes truth, prevailing truth, people think it's a truth. They're called post-truth. If somebody says, Rahul Gandhi is a fool, Rahul is a fool. Even though he may not be fool, because so many people say it becomes the truth, because post-truth. Okay. So this propaganda in the society is that goal of life is to enjoy senses. Anybody saying no, enjoyment of the senses is not the goal of life, restricting senses from the sense enjoyment is the goal of life, then you say you're wrong. So this is actually the difficulty in Kali Yuga. So we should not be disturbed by such comments. We should refer to scriptures. It is not written by ISKCON, it is written by Vedavyasa. We should go to the shlokas and see what does Krishna say, what does Bhagavatam says. So we should follow strictly scriptures and acharyas. These are not mythology. If it's a mythology, why Vyasadeva has to spend so much time to write some mythological books? Okay, Vyasadeva has written. Why after that so many acharyas, dedicated devotees and sadhus have studied and given so many explanations, tatparyas and this, that, they try to understand all the scriptures. Why did they spend time in analyzing the scriptures? So these are not mythology. This is actually an important message for the humanity to practice these principles. Since the population of practice reduced in Kali Yuga, this is the allegation which comes. In Satya Yuga, 100% of people are religious. Treta Yuga, 75% people are religious. Dwapara Yuga, 50% people are religious. And Kali Yuga, it is at 25% people are religious. Religious means the religion which helps you to elevate yourself spiritually. Not just some god, they go for continue their sense gratification. So this is the message. So let us start with our prayers. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. In the last class, this chapter is called Appearance of Narada. In the last class, we understood how the Sutta Goswami and Shaunaka Muni appreciated Sutta Goswami, and he asked these questions: when, where, and how, on whose inspiration Vedavyasa compiled Bhagavatam, and how was Shukadeva Goswami perceived in Hastinapura, and activities and birth of Maharaja Parikshit. These are the questions the Shaunaka Rishi asked, having appreciated Sutta Goswami. Also, while asking these questions, he glorified the great qualities of Shukadeva Goswami, how great he was. He glorified him, and then Maharaja Parikshit also. So today, this verse number 14 to 25 we are going to see. This is Vyasadeva divides the Vedas. Now why this comes is, you see the question number 1 is getting answered now. In the handout also it is said, you see, answer is from verse number 14 onwards. Okay. So now the analysis of the answer will start. First of all, why Bhagavatam is compiled. This answer is very long. 4th chapter started, answer ends at 7th chapter. Why Bhagavatam is compiled. So he has to give all the background why Bhagavatam is compiled. So to give that background, first he starts about Vyasadeva. What did Vyasadeva do? When did he take birth? What did he do? Then what happened? From there, because Vyasadeva started Bhagavad. That is why the Vyasadeva's dividing Vedas is coming in this section. Let us read that now. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Today we are reading from first canto, chapter 4, text number 14. Suta Uvacha Dvapare Samanuprapte Dvapare Samanuprapte Tritiye Yuga Paryaye Tritiye Yuga Paryaye Jataha Parasharad Yogi Jataha Parasharad Yogi Vasavyam Kavaya Harehe Vasavyam Kalaya Harehe. Suta Goswami said, when the second millennium overlapped the third, the great sage Vyasadeva was born to Parashara in the womb of Satyavati, the daughter of Vasu, a fisherman. It is said the millennium overlapping here, especially this 28th, the cycle of Yuga, Mahayugas. In the Vaivasvata Manu, we are in the Vaivasvata Manu. Bhagavatam started saying Swayambhuva Manu, correct? You know, this is called one kalpa. One kalpa is one Brahma's day. One Brahma's day is called one kalpa. One Brahma's day will have 1000 Mahayugas, means 1000 Satyayuga, 1000 Drapayuga. Correct? So, this kalpa is called Shvetavaraha kalpa. You know, in the mantra you say, Shvetavaraha kalpe Vaivasvate Kali Yuge Pratamapade Jambudvipe Bharatavarshe Bharatakande Meroho Dakshne Parshve. We explain where we are situated, what time, where we are in. Our mantras explain these things. We are in the southern direction of the Meru Parvata. We are in the Pratama Pada of the Kalpa, Vaivasvata Kalpa, Shvetavaraha Kalpa. So Shvetavaraha is the beginning. It will come in the next stories in the third canto, that when the earth was created, when the Manu comes for creating progeny, the earth was dropped, went underneath the sea. That time the Varaha comes, not the Varaha one who killed Hiranyaksha. One more Varaha. It's called Shvetavaraha. Shvetavaraha came and lifted the earth at that time, in the beginning, during the time of Swayambhuva Manu. So then Swayambhuva Manu, then later other Manus, and the seventh Manu is called, his name is the Vaivasvata, Vivaswan, son of sun god. Vivaswan Manave Praha. So Vaivasvata Manu, son of Vivaswan. So, to save this Manu only, Matsya Avatara had come. Previous Kalpa, previous Mahayuga, when it is ending, There is one pralaya. That pralaya to save that Manvantara ended. Previous Manvantara. This Vaivasvata Manu's new Manvantara starting. That time there is one pralaya. That time the Lord came and saved this Vaivasvata and took him to the next Kalpa through the Matsya Avatara and made him Manu in the next Manvantara. In the Vaivasvata Manu, 28th cycle we are in. Pratama Bhadi. We are in the 28th cycle. In the 28th cycle of this particular Manu, 7th Manu, this overlap happens. It is explained by Prabhupada in purport. Overlap means actually after Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga is supposed to come. Then Treta Yuga. 2, 3, 4, that is a sequence. No. Here 3, 2 has become. There is some exchange of Treta Yuga first comes and then Dwapara. Only when this changes, first Treta Yuga comes, then Dwapara Yuga comes. That time only Krishna comes. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, he comes once in Brahma's day. In the 8th chapter he says in Bhagavad Gita, I come in once a Brahma's day. Brahma's day has got 1000. 1000 is divided into 14 Manus, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71. 7th Manu, 28th cycle, this overlap happens. And that time Krishna comes. When Krishna comes, consecutive Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. This is very special. What we are seeing is considered to be very special. All this analysis is done by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is a guru of Srila Prabhupada. He analyzed from a scripture called Surya Siddhanta. A scripture called Surya Siddhanta, which has lot of calculation, astronomical calculations. In the Surya Siddhanta, he translated that. He wrote a book on Surya Siddhanta. That is why his name became Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Siddhanta Saraswati. Because Siddhanta, Surya Siddhanta he translated. So all these calculations are there. So we are so much clarity our scriptures give about when we are, where we are, what was previous. It is not some vaguely told. If it is vaguely told, some people somewhere in the northeast, they should chant different mantra and we should say different, they should say different. How that all Sanatana Dharma people are chanting same mantras? So that time there was no media, no TV, no internet to propagate like this. It's all coming from one source. This knowledge is coming from Vedic source. So, when the millennium overlapped the third, the great sage was born to Parashara in the womb of Satyavati. This we discussed about Parashara and Satyavati and Vyasadeva's appearance in earlier class. Then what happened? After taking birth, what he did? Sa kadachit saraswatya upasparshya jalam shuchihi vivikta eka asina udite ravimandale. Having born Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasadeva. He is called Dvaipayana because he taken birth in the Dvipa, in the island. So now, having taken birth, what did he do? He cried for milk. Like any other baby. No. He was incarnation. What did he do? Once upon a time, he, Vyasadeva, as the sun rose, took his morning ablution in the waters of Saraswati and sat alone to concentrate. It is explained, this Saraswati Mula was flowing near Badarikashrama. Vyasadeva stays in the Badarikashrama. In the Badarikashrama, on the bank of Saraswati, He sat, he did his morning ablutions, all the duties, Sandhya Vandana, and all the morning duties of a sage. Then he sat alone to concentrate, sitting down and meditating on the bank of Saraswati in Badrikashrama. Paravarajna Sarashihi Paravarajna Sarashihi Kalena Vyaktaramhasa Kalena Vyaktaramhasa Yugadharma Vyatikaram Yugadharma Vyatikaram Praptam Bhuvi Yuge Yuge Praptam Bhuvi Yuge Yuge. The great sage Vyasadeva, when he is concentrating like this, great sage Vyasadeva saw anomalies, Vyatikara, some anomalies, some wrong things, bad things, in the duties of millennium. This happens on the earth in different ages due to the unseen force of time. He saw something wrong is happening. He could foresee this. Vyasadeva, when he is focusing in the bank of Saraswati river, he could see. It is happening because what next is going to come is Kali Yuga. So he is seeing this, foreseeing all these challenges. Bhautikānām ca bhāvānām Bhautikānām ca bhāvānām Shakti hrasam ca tatkritam Shakti hrasam cha tatkritam Ashraddhadhanam nissattvam Ashraddhadhana nissattvam Durmedham hrasitayushaha Durmedham hrasitayushaha Durbhagamscha janan vikshya Durbhagamscha janan vikshya Munir divyena chakshusha Munir divyena chakshusha Sarva varnashramanam yad Sarva varnashramanam yad Datyau hitam amogadruk Datyau hitam amogadruk. What is that he saw? Let us see. He saw the great sage was fully equipped with knowledge, could see through his transcendental vision the deterioration of everything material due to the influence of the age. He saw it's going to get deteriorated. He could also see that the faithless people in general would be reduced in duration of life and would be impatient due to lack of goodness. Thus, he contemplated for the welfare of men in all statuses and orders of life. That is how the sages think. They want to do good. They were actually feeling compassion. Vyasadeva is feeling very painful to see the future, so much suffering is to come. He is able to see that their ayus will reduce, duration of oil, and their patience also will reduce because lack of goodness. Sattva guna is required to have patience. If the patience is not there, you should know you lack sattva guna. You should improve your sattva guna in your eating habit, in your sleeping habit, in your day-to-day habits. You should change into sattva guna habits. Then your patience will increase. If you are becoming impatient very quickly. So that's a quality of sattva guna. So in the Kali Yuga, people lack goodness, so no patience. That's why they jump from 2G to 3G to 4G to 5G. No patience, no buffering should happen. Should quickly come. So nothing, there is no patience for the new generation. Everything should happen immediately. So these anomalies he saw, faithless people in general, and they'll be reduced in duration. And Prabhupada writes in Purport, lot of things, what all is going to happen in Kali Yuga. People are in general is much reduced. So is the memory. Action of matter is also not so much incentive. Land does not produce food grains in the same proportion as it did in other ages. You see why now today we are using a lot of chemicals? You know, chemical farming, don't do organic farming, they are saying, but we are not able to do practically. Why? It is not possible because land is also not producing sufficiently. If they stop this urea, NPK, and chemical farming, there will be shortage of food. They have, till this green revolution happened, there is a shortage of food for some time. Because Kali Yuga is advancing, the earth is not producing. So we are artificially pumping in to produce food. In the future, probably, the earth may not produce and factories they'll produce something. Like they have plastic cabbage, plastic rice, which is already coming in the market. So look, try to eat something which is not even produced by the earth. Earth will reduce the production in Kali Yuga. And the cow does not give as much milk as it used to give formerly. That also we are seeing. Why today people are not able to maintain cows? Everybody is selling cows. If you have some touch of village, you will know. Nobody wants to keep the cow. Why? It's a burden. One cow, if you have a milking cow at your home, the expense of taking care of one cow is 6,000 to 7,000 rupees per month. If you are a villager, if you are in the city, 9,000 to 10,000 rupees you have to spend for a cow to take care. How will you take care? It's not giving so much milk. They are only eating, they are not producing any milk. Then they are sending the cows to slaughterhouse. Further, papa. One sin is leading to another sin. Like you say one lie, you say, to cover up there to tell another lie. Like that, one sin is leading to another sin. First sin is people are sinful in Kali Yuga. Result of that is the earth is not producing sufficient food grain. The cow is not producing sufficient milk. Then what to do with the cows? Burden, no. So let us give it to slaughterhouse. So Vyasadeva is seeing this. Productions of vegetables and fruits is less than before. As such, all the living beings, both men and animals, do not have sumptuous, nourishing food. Now we say these days, fruits are not tasty like earlier. Is it not? We say, we take a guava, no taste. In childhood I ate very nice guava, I am not getting. Mango I am not getting. Why? Because that natural production is not happening. All artificial production is happening. If you go only for natural production, mango price will be 1,000 rupees per kg. Because production will be so less, it will not be sufficient. To produce more, they are using chemicals. So as a result of that, the food is not tasty, fruit is not tasty, it will reduce. Due to the want of so many necessities of life, naturally the duration of life is reduced. Memory is short, intelligence is meager, mutual dealings are full of hypocrisy, and so on. So who is seeing these anomalies? Vyasadeva is seeing. When did he see this? In Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga is yet to begin. He sat on the bank of Saraswati and meditating, and he is in his Divya Chakshu, in the meditation, in a transcendental vision, he is seeing all this is going to happen in Kali Yuga. So Vyasadeva saw this. So then, what did he do having seen this? Chaturhotram karma shuddham Chaturhotram karma shuddham prajanam viksha vaidikam prajanam viksha vaidikam vyadadhat yajna santatyai yadadhat yajna santatyai vedam ekam chaturvidham vedam ekam chaturvidham. So first he took one step, first decision he made. He saw that the sacrifices mentioned in the Vedas were means by which people's occupations could be purified. Everybody should follow the Vedas. If they follow Vedas, their duties, their activities get purified or sanctified. When they are purified and sanctified, then dharma prevails. Then they don't suffer. Then the earth produces sufficient. Cow will produce milk. Everything happens nicely. For that, they have to follow Vedas. But to follow Vedas, people are not so intelligent. They are not understanding. Now what to do? So, and to simplify the process, he thought, let me simplify so that they understand. He divided the one Veda into 4 in order to expand them among the men. So, he thought, let me divide. There's only one Veda, Yajurveda, which was there. So he divided into Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. He divided it. For what purpose? Because to simplify. People cannot otherwise understand it. This is the intention. He simplified these things. Rug Yajuhu Samatarvakya Rug Yajuhu Samatarvakya Vedas Chatvara Uddhritaha Vedas Chatvara Uddhritaha Itihasa Puranam Cha Panchamo Veda Uchyate Panchamo Veda Uchyate. The 4 divisions of the original source of knowledge, the Vedas, were made separately. But historical facts and authentic stories mentioned in the Puranas are called the 5th Veda, Panchama Veda, all the Puranas. So that also he created. First he divided the 4 Vedas, then he wrote all the Puranas, Upapuranas, and then epics like Mahabharata, all those things comes under Panchama Veda. He created all these things. Here one important thing to know, as you all are students of Bhagavatam, you should know this. Vedic literatures are divided into Shruti and Smriti. Shruti Shastra, Smriti Shastra. One school of thought in a Vedic understanding, they say Shruti Shastra is more important, Smriti Shastra is not so important. Smriti Shastras are some stories written by sages, and Shruti Shastras are actually directly given by the Creator, the God. So what are Shruti Shastras? Vedas, Upanishads are considered called as Shruti. Vedas has 4 Vedas. Each Vedas has accompanied with Upanishads. There are 108 prominent Upanishads. Rigveda has certain Upanishads connected to that. Yajurveda has certain Upanishads connected to that. Samaveda has certain Upanishads connected. Like that, each Upanishad also has a link to Vedas. The Rigveda is mostly the glorification of the Lord. Lord and other devatas, Indra, Agni, and all other devatas, and Lord's glorification comes in the Rigveda. That Purusha Sukta, Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. We chant Purusha Sukta that comes from the glorifying Vishnu, the Purusha, in the Rigveda. Yajurveda are the procedures of the sacrifice. Yajna. How to perform yajna is explained in Yajurveda. There are two kinds, Shukla Yajurveda and Krishna Yajurveda in the Yajurveda. Then Samaveda is a song. It's a composition, how to chant, how to sing with the proper meters, proper dirgha, proper ucharana, proper way of chanting. These things meant for sacrifice. That is explained in Samaveda. Atharva Veda speaks something beyond other regular Vedas of worshipping the Lord. It has all accessory things like Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, these things and all come under Atharva Veda. It has also talks about black magic, these things and all comes under Atharva Veda. So like these are 4 Vedas which he has divided, and each Veda is associated with Upanishads. So this is a direct message of God. Puranas are nothing but stories, but these stories are not ordinary. See, Prabhupada very nicely, carefully translated here. Authentic stories mentioned in the Puranas and historical facts. When people say it's a mythology, he carefully presented it as historical facts and authentic stories. What happened to Lord Shiva? Why did he do so? What happened? All these stories come in Puranas. Now that means Puranas are written some sages and is not important? No. Puranas also given the actual facts, historical incidents, not kalpanika. It is not something which is imaginary stories. These are true incidences which has happened, which communicate the message of the Vedas. So it is as important as Vedas. Hence it is called 5th Veda, Panchama Veda. It is like this. Something is a law. Okay. The policy. You are not this body, you are soul. Aham Brahmasmi or Tattvamasi. You say, I am not this, I am the spirit soul. This is a Vedic statement. I am not this body, I am soul. Now the Puranas has a story of, say, Nachiketa. The Nachiketa was a son of a king, and how he passed away. Then how king cried for him. How Narada Muni came and woke him up. The boy who woke up says to father, actually I am not your son. I was just residing in this body for some time. What is it communicating that story? That incident? I am not this body. The Vedic message has been communicated through an historical incident which has happened in the past is called Puranas. So both are same message. That's why Panchama Vedas are generally compiled for people who are not so intelligent, because just you say Aham Brahmasmi, you don't take it very seriously. When you hear about a story, what happened, it strikes us. So there is no difference in the message between Shruti and Smruti. Hence we, Vaishnavas and Acharyas in all the Vaishnava Sampradayas, they don't discriminate Shruti and Smruti. Smruti is Panchama Veda. It is as important as other Vedic literatures because this is communicating the same message with the historical incidences. It is not some imaginary stories. So this is the difference between Shruti and Smruti. And Vedavyasa, the 4 divisions of the original source of knowledge were made separately, but historical facts and authentic stories mentioned in the Puranas are called 5th Veda. Tatrarga Vedadharaha Pailaha Tatrarga Vedadharaha Pailaha Samogo Jaimini Kavihi Vaishampayana evaiko Nishnato Yajushamuta Nishnato Yajushamuta. After the Vedas were divided into 4 divisions, Paila Rishi, it is given in your handout. Who are the rishis to come? Which Paila Rishi became the professor of the Rig Veda, Jaimini Rishi, the professor of the Samaveda, Vaishampayana alone became glorified by Yajurveda. He is the first one to talk Yajurveda and Mahabharata, Vaishampayana, disciple of Vyasadeva. Atarvangirasam asit Atarvangirasam asit Sumanturdarno munihi Itihasa Purananam Itihasa Purananam Pitamero Maharshanaha Pitamero Maharshanaha. So Suta Goswami is saying, the Sumantu Muni Angira, who was very devotedly engaged, was entrusted with Atharva Veda. And my father, Roma Harshana, was entrusted with the Puranas and historical records. So Roma Harshana Sutta is the father of this Suta Goswami. Roma Harshana Sutta was killed by Balarama in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam. Story is there. So that is a nice pastime. We can discuss later. So this is how the Vedas are divided, and the responsibilities were given for different munis and different rishis to elaborately write and compile these literatures. Everything is headed by, overseen by Vyasadeva. Taheta rashayo vedam swam samvyasyan anekatha swam samvyasyan anekatha Shishyaihi prashishyai tachishyair Shishyai prashishyai tachishyair Vedaste shakino bhavan Vedaste shakino bhavan. All these learned scholars in their turn rendered their entrusted Vedas unto their many disciples, grand disciples and great grand disciples. Thus the respective branches of the followers of the Vedas came to be. Like we say, in the Brahmanas, even today, they ask Gotra. In the Gotra they'll tell Rishi, Vedas, which Veda? Yajurveda. Like that they come from certain sections. Originally, today they don't know what it means. Like they say, names are there. Chaturvedi. If you go to North India, there are Chaturvedi. Chaturvedi means what in ancient time? Should know all the 4 Vedas thoroughly. Not by name, I know Veda Jurasama. You should know all the Vedas thoroughly. It's called Chaturvedi. There'll be I had one friend, his name was Shubham Chaturvedi. He does not know name of the 4 Vedas. Forget about it. It is a hereditary. Chaturvedi, Trivedi, you know 3 Vedas. There are Dvivedis also. These all Pandits used to know. Then they kept their son's name also, Chaturvedi, Trivedi. There's a title given to somebody when they became Prakanda Panditas. Okay, he has learned all Vedas. And later, they forgot everything. Then TV came, news came, and internet came. They forgot everything. But the name, title remained. No? Then they became very proud. No, I am Chaturvedi. They don't know anything about Vedas. like this Goswami title has come. Goswami also has become title. What does the Goswami means? Controller of the senses. Now we have Arnab Goswami. Is he controlling his senses? Apparently no, in the news channel. Okay. So these become now today titles. It is not, but originally these all are branches, followers of the Vedas came into existence in the Vedic culture. Actually, Vedavyasa divided the Vedas, all these things for Kali Yuga people only. They have no capability to even to study Vedas, and after dividing also they are not in the position to do anything. Now what to do? Vedavyasa is intelligent, let's see what he does. He forcing this. All this will become title one day. Taiva Veda Dhurmedaihi Taiva Veda Dhurmedaihi Dharyante Purushai Yatha Dharyante Purushai Yatha Evam Chakara Bhagavan Evam Chakara Bhagavan Vyasaha Kripanavatsalaha Vyasaha Kripanavatsalaha. So Vyasadeva is a Kripanavatsala. Kripanavatsala means those who are, he is a Vatsala, he is very merciful upon people who are miserly. Miserly means what? Why they are miserly? Kripana means miserly, conjuice. They are not utilizing their human potential. They have so much potential to realize Krishna. They are not using. They are Kripana. So Vyasaha Kripana Vatsalaha. What did he do? Vyasadeva. Thus the great sage Vyasadeva, who is very kind to the ignorant masses, edited the Vedas so they might be assimilated by less intellectual man. So he made it very simple. People can understand. Still we don't understand. Then let us see what he does after this. Okay. After this he takes one more step. Stri Shudra Dvija Bandhunam Stri Shudra Dvija Bandhunam Traina Shruti Gochara Traina Shruti Gochara Karma Shreyasi Mudhanam Karma Shreyasi Mudhanam Shreya Evam Bhavediha Shreya Evam Bhavediva Iti Bharatam Akhyanam Iti Bharatam Akhyanam Kripaya Munina Kritam Kripaya Munina Kritam. Out of compassion, the great sage thought, it is wise that this would enable men to achieve the ultimate goal of life. Thus, he compiled the great historical narration called the Mahabharata for women, laborers, and friends of the firstborn. We all in the Kali Yuga come under this category. What is that? The first line is addressing all of us. All our names are there in this. Shri Shudra Dvija Bandhuna. Okay. So all of us are born in this class. Dvija Bandhu. Dvija Bandhu means we are the friends or relatives, Bandhu, of Dvija Brahmanas. We are not Brahmanas because we don't have those qualities of Brahmanas, but we know Brahmanas. We are close to them. It's called Dvija Bandhu. It's not called Dvija. Like Ashwathama is called Dvija Bandhu. He's a son of great Brahmana, Dronacharya. But his qualities are not up to mark of the Brahmana. That's why he's called Dvijabandhu. So all those who are born probably in the Brahmana families, not possessing the qualities of a Brahmana, can be called as a Dvijabandhu. Shudra. Janma Jayate Shudra. Shudra means one who is interested in sense gratification. So it covers everybody. Shudra means one who is interested simply in sense gratification. This is called Shudra. He is not interested in restraining the senses, controlling the senses, progressing spiritually. He is not interested. He is called Shudra. Stree, in the earlier ages, when advanced civilization was there, that time women grow spiritually along with the men, not alone. They always grow along with the men, the support of the men, in the Vedic Varnashrama Dharma to progress. It is in this system that says Three Shudra Dvijabandhuna. So in the Kali Yuga, everybody come under this category. Now for them what to do? Traina Shruti Gochara. They're not allowed to be heard. They cannot hear, they cannot understand Vedas. Then what to do for them? He felt very compassionate. Then he great historical narration called Mahabharata he compiled. So Mahabharata is a narration and pastimes of Lord Krishna, specifically communicating all the Vedic message. When you hear a story of Krishna, when you hear a story of Mahabharata, the message what you get from that story is connected to one of the Vedic instruction. That is why Mahabharata should be heard from a proper source by proper Acharya. When he gives translation and purport, he will say, this is what the message of this verse. So like this, Mahabharata is compiled so that the less intelligent people can hear Mahabharata and get this knowledge in the Kali Yuga. But Mahabharata has 1 lakh verses, 100,000 verses. This only, every week I am telling, please read, please read. It has only 700 verses, isn't it? 700 verses will become so difficult for us. They say, no time, Swamiji, I'll find something. Then when will we read 1 lakh verses, Mahabharata? This is taken out of Mahabharata only. So, though Mahabharata is simplified and given this message, the Vyasadeva has done this. Now this much work Vyasadeva has done. What all Vyasadeva has done? First of all, he has done great austerity and then sat on the bank of Saraswati river, did a meditation, the focused meditation. He saw the anomalies, the future inauspicious things which are going to happen, how our people are going to suffer. Now how to elevate them? For that they should know, they should have the knowledge so that they can come out of all the anarthas and they can progress in their life. They cannot understand Vedas, let me divide all the Vedas. He divided all the Vedas, simplified it. Then further he thought, this also not accessible to many people. They cannot understand the Vedas. Let me write Mahabharata. Along with the Vedas, then Puranas, Upapuranas, all the literatures he writes. So keeps everything ready. Now I have done all my work. This literature, he has done all his duty as an incarnation. Krishna's incarnation, he has done this work. In the future, people can utilize these scriptures. He has written the scriptures. But there is one problem. That problem is in the next section. Vyasadeva's dissatisfaction and contemplation. Having done all these things, he is not happy. Like us only sometimes. We do so many things, at the end of the day, not happy. He is not happy after doing so much. There is some discontentment in his heart, dissatisfaction in his heart. Why is it so? Why Vyasadeva has become so discontented and dissatisfied, having done this much of work? 1 lakh verses in Mahabharata, Puranas, Vedas, everything he has given. Still he is feeling that I have not done my work, not feeling satisfied. Now to tell Vyasadeva what has gone wrong, Narada Muni will come. So that we will discuss in the next class. What is the discontentment, then how the story of Bhagavatam begins from there. We'll stop here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Nitai Gauranga ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna. So I have few announcements. This Friday we have Akshaya Tritiya. So Akshaya Tritiya is very auspicious day. There are a lot of divine pastimes of the Lord happened on this particular day. Astronomically, the stars and planets are aligned such a way on the day of Akshaya Tritiya. Anything we do auspicious things on this day, it will grow in our life. If you do good, nice chanting, that also will grow in your life. If you read nicely, that will also grow in your life. That's why people go over buying gold. They want to grow that. So anything you do, it grows. If you do bad thing also, you should be careful. So many pastimes are there. One specific pastime which is connected to this particular region is appearance of Parashurama. Like this, many other, this very auspicious day, Lord has done different pastimes. Lord does the things on auspicious day, isn't it? Lord takes birth on auspicious day. So Akshaya Tritiya is one of the auspicious days. So we, to encourage everybody to practice and grow in their spiritual life, we are organizing a festival on Friday by performing Lakshmi Narayana Yajna, the Homa. And all of you are requested to come and participate and take benefit of this special event. That is one. The second, we also have installation of Gauranitai deities on Thursday and Friday, the 2 days event it is. So there is installation process starting on Thursday evening, ending on Friday evening. So Friday evening, there will be Homa, Yajna for the installation Prana Pratishtha, then Lakshmi Narayana Homa, then Gauranitai, first Abhishekam to the new deities, and then special kirtans and programs. So it will start at 5:30 little early because two things have to happen. Homa has to happen, Abhisheka has to happen. So request all of you to quickly come back from your offices and participate in the wonderful festivities. And to provide seva opportunities for all of you who are attending classes, we will organize, you have to plan, that we will call all of you to render some services like decorating the temple, making the garlands, doing some of the activities like this. That will be posted in WhatsApp group for all of you to know what time you can come and how you can participate. It will be made a poll in WhatsApp group so that you can vote what you're coming, who coming, what time you're coming. This way we will ascertain and will plan our volunteering activity for this festival. That will be on Thursday evening, sometimes maybe on Thursday morning, Thursday evening, and Friday. So these are the upcoming programs. Thank you very much.